All right. Macy. Macy, what is the topic?
The time I got superpowers and then lost them.
All right. Macy, one more time, what is the topic?
The time I got superpowers and the time I lost them.
Okay, audience, are you ready? Macy, are you ready?
Yes.
And proceed.
We all grew up in the era of Marvel and DC, where we grew up with Spider-Man, who's bit by a radioactive spider, Hulk with the radiation when project gone wrong as he was a scientist, Captain America getting some super insulin injection because of, Tony Stark because he didn't have a heart. It goes on and on. My story, however, starts like any other day, like they most do. I get up, I get out of bed, I go in, I wash my face, I do the normal routine that I do every other day. And as I'm going about my day, it just seems off. It seems different somehow, and I can't quite explain it. I go out, and I'm just, my vision goes wonky. I can hear things that I hear a ringing that I can't understand where it's coming from. As if I got hit in the head, but as far as I knew, I didn't remember a thing, and so I thought I might have a concussion. I go in and I get it checked out. They don't find anything wrong. I don't have a concussion. They did a CT, they did an X-ray. There was nothing. And I just keep hearing this ringing throughout the day, but then I hear other things that I shouldn't be able to hear either. I hear an insect buzzing down the street, things like that, where I shouldn't be able to hear things, I shouldn't be able to see things, smell things the way I do. Like I smelled mint gum in my friend's pocket as she was walking down the hallway, but she was on the other end. How is that even possible? I'm by no means in the making of a superhero. I'm an average teenager. I try to get decent grades. I don't have a reason to use them for good. I live in a small town that has maybe 2,500 people, if we're lucky. There's nothing that I can do per se to make me a superhero or even a villain. So I don't know what to do with these powers. I just sit at home most of the time because I have to study for a test, I have to do homework, understand what econ is, because Lord knows I don't know what econ is. So I tell my mom all this because I don't know if I should tell people, if I shouldn't tell people, but I tell everything to my mom. She's the only person that I really have all the time in my life. It's just me and my mom. And as I'm doing this, I'm trying to get her to understand, but she doesn't. Before I even have the chance to use my powers that I so-called have, they're gone. The time I try to explain it to people that I lived with these powers for a day, they're gone. I got to experience what it's like to be able to hear things down a hallway in the midst of children yelling because we're K through 12 now. Being able to, unfortunately, smell that pungent odor of BO because kids don't know how to use deodorant after gym class at an increased level that most other people don't understand. I got to be able to see things in colors, I thought I was going colorblind because of how vibrant these colors were. I thought that I was having some sort of cataracts or something. And now they're gone. I don't know how, I don't know why, but they're gone.
What did you get?
1493,
I got 411.7.
pretty close. That's 1400s.
Do you want 410 now?
I did. I can try over these industries, but also use them a bit more.
What was the time?
410.
Make sure yours actually works.
All right, emailing you that video.
Yeah.
Hopefully it works. Now, I guess worst comes to worst, you can add a link to my YouTube page.
So.
Sure. Say something.
Hi. I look, fancy. I'm so wrinkly.
So it seems to be recording.
Yes. Spell it with a C, it's brown.
It's just. You are fighting.
Oh,
It's all down, Caleb.
don't try to spell his last name.
No,
Yes.
no.
I don't know. Single.
So, he also can't.
I'm pretty sure Caleb sang us with a K.
One of the best person.
Pretty sure.
Nope, what's the C?
I know it's.
Part of my job is figuring out how people's different names are spelled.
With a K.
And there's an interesting one.
Like Caleb, right?
I know Caleb.
Those are easy. A-A-L-E-B.
Hellmeyer's easy too, but it helps with A too.
Really? How do you spell Humber?
Hillmeyer.
That's like the first person. That is.
Yeah, what was
Forgot
that?
to use every last E and
Hillmeyer.
Yeah.
I
a lot of
still think
E's.
I spelled it wrong.
I got you back, man. People have been slaughtering my last name my whole life. I try to not do that to other people.
I just didn't put anyone's last.
So you want to say that was our
My
time?
first.
What is it?
And it's the
Oh, you do both
spell that
last names then.
M-A-C-I-E and it's the E, and so maybe.
MACI?
That's
That's not, that's me, Makai.
because she has me.
I would have,
The
I,
queen all sassiness.
That's not E.
I could have understood MACEY.
Look at this one, smart.
I do look like super wrinkly. Don't I? Didn't ask about you.
I know, I'm just saying, like, I'm completely the same. Don't be so.
I'm always so.
Saying, oh, you like Congress at the speech, and you think about how you.
Or is it the third? Can you run to the one part again?
We ready?
It's
Yes.
also full parts, so you can-
Go ahead, Caleb.
You want Tiger facing you.
It's best if you're not looking at the timer.
Caleb, what is your topic?
My creepy neighbor.
All right, Caleb, one more time. What is your topic?
My creepy neighbor.
Excellent. Audience, are you ready?
Yes.
Caleb, are you ready?
Yes.
And proceed.
So I live next to a neighbor who isn't normal like all your normal people, right? He does these different things, we'll say. When he goes out, he always comes home with a new dog. I don't know what that's about, but every time, like you'll see a little puggle come in one day, and the next day you'll see a Great Dane. And it's just every time he goes out for his morning walk, he comes back with a new dog. There's been times when I've been like, I wanted to go up to him and ask, where are you getting all these dogs from, and where do you put them? Eventually one day I did, and I went up to him and I was like, not to be weird or anything, but why and how do you get all these dogs? he goes, oh, I just go out to the park and steal them. Okay. Then I ask, where do you put them after you've stolen them? He proceeds to say, well, in my basement, I keep all the dogs that I've stolen. And then once the basement fills up, I have a little unorthodox way of getting rid of them. So it was at that time where I was like, not really my stuff. I'm gonna take a step back, go back to my home. Okay. So now we're at home, we're living life with my my creepy neighbor and my other normal neighbor. And so I go to school. I try and keep this guy a secret for as long as I can, because then people will start to be interested in it, and they'll ask about my creepy neighbor, and I'm just don't really want to go into it. But then one day I see this man bring a woman to his home. Said, okay, that's not out of the ordinary. He's probably just been having a good night. So I'm watching his home the entire night, not like in a creepy way, but like just to see if, she'd come out or if she stayed there with the dogs. I never really saw her come out of the home. So I dialed 911. I pulled out my phone, 911, ring, 911, what's your emergency? My creepy neighbor stole a woman. They're like, okay, well, that's a little weird. We'll come check it out. Where are you at? 1110 West Oak in Mongolia. And she goes, then why are you calling the US emergency service? And it occurred to me, well, I don't know. So I decided to take matters into my own hands. I went into my neighbor's house. I found piles and piles of dead dogs. And in the corner was the little girl curled up in a little ball, scared for her life. So I took her out. I brought her into my home where I helped her get back to the strength she was at before, and then I let her go. That sounds kind of like an animal, but just try to keep her safe. But eventually I got the Mongolian police to come and take this guy for stolen animals and animal abuse, and he went to jail, and now I have another normal neighbor, finally.
Thank you.
Four 1299 is what I got.
It's like it includes the whole page before it lets.
Got 414 so far.
I got 41299.
414 there. So you didn't get video either. Those are the ones right here.